how much do you know about flat Earth theory?
I mean, I've heard of it. I definitely don't believe in it.
Okay, thank goodness. Is that because of this new video where some popular flat Earth YouTubers have admitted defeat after they chartered an expedition to Antarctica, like they're some kind of explorers or something? a real Jacques Cartier here. These guys, including Will Duffy, who led the expedition, took a trip to Antarctica. The idea of the trip was they're going to go to Antarctica. If the sun is risen for 24 hours straight in Antarctica when they got there, then that proves to them that the Earth couldn't be flat. It must be a globe. And surely enough, when they arrived in Antarctica and the sun was up 24 hours straight, they're like, well, I guess we're wrong. Guess the Earth isn't flat after all. Everything I believed, everything I've theorized this entire time, and all this bluster I've promoted online for who knows how long, I guess I've led so many people astray. The Earth is actually round.
I mean, props to them for, not only they believed this, but they booked the trip to disprove it. And they followed through once they saw that the sun did not set for 24 hours. This was truly the proof that they wanted. They did believe it,
Yeah.
Because so many people, when they're faced with actual proof of something, they'll be like, well, it's rigged.
Then you can come up with another theory as to why.
They just move the goalpost.
Yeah, exactly. Conspiracy theories notoriously, and conspiracy theorists, that's exactly how they work. So I guess you have to give them credit for believing, admitting the Earth is round.
Some amount of credit. I mean, obviously, it's not great that they held on to this belief for however long and whatnot. But hey, they went, they saw it, and they now know the truth.
They saw, they admitted.
They admitted the truth.
And hopefully, I'm curious what the response is from all of their followers that probably that aren't going to go to Antarctica themselves.
Right.
But, because it would be easy to say if you're somebody who adheres to the flat Earth theory, and then these guys go and they're like, actually, it must not be flat. To go, well, you just got paid off or whatever. Some of the lizard people told you, got a hold of you. I don't know.
Right.
Like you could easily come up with some ridiculous explanation.
Yeah.
What is interesting to me, I'm not well versed enough in flat Earth theory to know why the indisputable proof to these guys is, well, the sun didn't set.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense. I understand how that to anybody who already, to an average person, yes, that's one thing of many that prove that the Earth is round. I'm not sure why it's the irrefutable proof to these guys.
Yeah.
That couldn't possibly, that once they saw that, well, I guess we must be wrong.
Maybe it's, every single day when you're driving or whatever, how you often see the top of things first. Maybe that should be a little bit of evidence to you that the Earth has some curvature to it.
They've never been on a plane. Right. I know that there's explanation. Everything we say, there is some explanation, and I'm sure there's even an explanation for why
they believed what they believed,
and why the sun wouldn't set in Antarctica, and yet the Earth is still flat. I'm sure there's somebody that has an explanation.
Has an excuse.
But not these guys.
No, they're good now.
Yeah, they've been disproven. Well, good for them for publicly admitting that. Now, what do they do with their YouTube channel?
I mean, they got to delete it, right?
Or find something new. I'm sure there's other conspiracies they still believe in.
Right. They got to go to the moon one now.
Although there is, Dale from King of the Hill, once he disproves one conspiracy, all of a sudden he doesn't believe in any. And then he goes back to believing in it.
While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.